All right, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. I have been obsessed. So before I start presenting my screen, I just want to comment. I have been obsessed with this new artist, Toby Nwigwe. If anyone knows who Erykah Badu is, she's pretty great. You should follow her on Instagram. She swears by this guy. So it's actually it's clean. I love it. I'm thinking about doing a lesson just for this class, my juniors and seniors, on Toby Nwigwe, because it's so amazing and there's so many English skills. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So let's get started with today. Let's do this. That is the name of the unit. The name of our little mini unit. We do have that writing SOL in December. So let's do it. Raft in ways to make boring SOL prompts meaningful and relevant. Round 1. Materials that you need for today and every time we're working on this mini unit. You will need your cell phone, preferably with a QR reader. You're welcome to use Snap. I know it has the QR reader feature. And then separate, you'll also need your camera on your phone. Sometimes some of the assignments I want is proof, and you snap a picture and submit it. Second thing you will need your Chromebook. And the third thing you will need is paper and pencil. I want all 3. If you don't have paper, email me and I will come drive to your house and bring you some paper. It can be construction paper, notebook paper. If you got a binder, you just need something to write with and something to write on. Go ahead, take a minute and gather your materials.
You were born to it. You were born to it. Don't let them make you colorblind. It's not a joy. Come on. Hey, look, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. I said, this little light of mine. I'm gonna.
All right. The first thing I want you to write on your paper, because we all have that paper out, is going down the left side, R-A-F-T. R-A-F-T. If you had me last year, you know what this is, and I'm really proud of you. If not, welcome to the party, man. Welcome. R-A-F-T, raft. Write this down. Role, audience, format, topic. Go ahead, write that down. I'm gonna turn up Toby.
Let it shine. Let it shine. Talk to him, Lou. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Role, audience, format, topic. This technique is a way to complete an SOL prompt, anything, any writing prompt that you have. It is a way to make it relevant. It is a way to make it meaningful. It has been my most successful tool, technique for the last, 9+ years. Watch me complete this process. I'm going to use it on my screen just like it is. Watch me complete this process for an actual SOL prompt from a couple years ago. So you're going to watch me, you're going to listen, you're going to pause, you're going to rewind, whatever you got to do. And then we'll practice on our own. Here's the steps I'm going to take. I'm going to break down the prompt. I need to determine the actual question. So many times these SOL prompts try to trick us with words. I don't like words. So many words. So I'm going to show you, we're going to determine the actual question. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to brainstorm using a T-chart. So the T-chart model, you might have seen it a couple years ago, maybe last year in class. And then that skill I just introduced to y'all, the raft, we're going to determine our raft. We're going to make our claim. I might have to remind some of us how to do that, but that's all right. Organize if you want to, and then we are going to write a letter. Why a letter? Because your voice means something and we got to send it out. Here we go. Here's our prompt. This is the practice. You're just watching me. Some schools do not use a typical grading system focused on homework, quizzes, and tests. Instead, students are given a long-term assignment and must produce a project and oral presentation to show what they have learned. Do you believe this grading system is a more effective way for a teacher to evaluate student learning than traditional grades? Take a position on this issue. Support your response with reasons and examples. Whew. Here we go. First thing, break down the prompt. Determine the actual question. Actual question is, do you believe this grading system is a more effective way for a teacher to evaluate student learning? Let's do this. This is that T-chart, right? This is the next step when we break down a prompt. Plus, minus, pro, con, for, or against, however you want to label your T-chart. I like plus and minus. Here's the part where this will take some time. I went ahead and added in on the plus side. Do you believe in project-based learning? Like Miss Stillwell? I don't give homework, y'all. Do you prefer, or on the negative side, do you prefer a more typical way of grading, like homework, quizzes, and tests? This is the part that will take some time. When we brainstorm and organize our thoughts, I like to call it word vomit, okay? We are vomiting out all of our amazing thoughts. Notice the left side, I have more. Notice the right side, I have less. These are my thoughts and a couple thoughts from students last semester. I'm going to turn up my music. And y'all, I want y'all to go ahead and read through this.
Judge, please don't try me, because I find I know what he said about getting slapped, but if you touch me in mine, we gonna have to stop. So, Judge, please don't try me, because I find I have no problem laying these hands. Try Jesus, don't try me, because I grow hands.
So, brainstorming. Think about which side, and this is me modeling this technique. I want you to think about which side you have the most. I kind of already gave it away. Which side do you have the most? Right. Maybe when you practice this, you actually prefer a more typical way of grading. Me, I have more data. I have more stuff to fill my future paper, my future letter with on the left side. So I'm going to circle the left side. All right. Time to go back to my raft, my role, my audience, my format, and topic. What is that actually going to look like? My role, I'm going to be myself. Why? Because I have a strong voice, just like you. My audience, maybe there's a teacher that I need to convince. Hey, miss, I really am done with homework and multiple choice, right? Maybe you want to convince that teacher. Maybe you want to persuade that teacher. Or, hey, maybe you want to write to Dr. Hornick and be like, listen, Dr. Hornick, I think schools should have project-based only. Or maybe you feel the other way, Dr. Hornick. We should not have project-based. We should have only multiple choice, right? We are writing to an audience. If we can determine our audience, it sets our tone Format, letter. Letter every time. Topic, steal it from the prompt. Are you keeping or changing the grading system? Here we go. Make your claim. Topic, stance, and three support pieces of evidence. What I want you to do right now is I would like you to pause my video and watch that watch that little dude. If you guys had me last year, this is a review. If I'm brand new to you, I would like you to pause my video, scan the QR, and watch the YouTube video. Push play when you're ready. So, thank you for taking the time to watch that video. Here is the beginning of my claim statement, right? Because every claim, every well-written claim is a topic, how you feel, how your stance is, and three support pieces or three pieces of evidence. My claim. I believe a project-based grading system is the most effective way for a teacher to evaluate student learning because it blank, blank, and blank. OMG, where am I going to get these supporting pieces? Bam. We're going to go back to our T-chart and choose our three strongest points. By choosing the strongest points, it means we have the most to talk about. Ready to fill in the blanks? I believe project-based grading system is the most effective way for a teacher to evaluate student learning because it causes less stress, forces me to apply my knowledge without multiple choice, and helps me to build a positive relationship with my teachers. This should look familiar. This should look familiar, especially to my loopers. And especially to everyone, because this was the similar graphic organizer I gave you for that other essay we just did on the mask. Notice the size of the boxes. Your introduction is an overlap. Your box 1 is your point 1, and it is the most detailed. Your box 2, medium size. Your box 3, the smallest. Notice the bottom box. That's the conclusion. It's the smallest. Why? Because people are done reading. You said what you had to say. Now get out. It's the smallest. And here's another Google Doc. So, before I set you free, before I stop this lengthy video, I want you to look at Tuesday's data. Look at Tuesday's data. I really love my third block because you want little baby and young boy. Listen, I want to be back in the building. So, this is the end of the introduction to this mini unit. Let's do this, okay? This is the end of this video. Check back for the other video where I set you free and you begin exploring returning to school versus continued virtual learning, the topic. I'm going to play my Toby Nwigwe as I end this.
Remember cold nights staring out windows watching my breath fall. Before I was on point with knuckles like that hedgehog Sonic. Used to puff chronic, aim sip the tonic. In the state of the blue bonnet, but it be worse than bubonic plague. Especially if you stayed over there off on Park. Way before Jeff pushed that back